Hey, my name is Arnav.
My name is Anna.
I'm Azra.
I'm Samantha.
And I am Thomas.
All of you are probably wondering what we are going to talk about today. Namely, we are going to talk about euphemistic labeling, and in a couple seconds I will explain to you what that exactly means. Across a range of organizational contexts, a growing number of ethical standards can be witnessed. In attempting to explain the reasons that managers engage in unethical behavior, researchers in ethics have drawn a number of explanations. Euphemistic labeling, also known as one of the main forms of moral disengagement, identified by psychologist Albert Bandura, can be defined as making something appear less morally charged than it is in reality by using different terminology. Euphemisms are used to change or veil the way we see a situation we have encountered. By using such euphemisms, a situation can be framed or revised from one that demands ethical reasoning to something that becomes a business or a political affair. When using euphemistic labeling for the term firing people, we can say downsizing, right-sizing, or even outsourcing. The US military refers to killing of civilians as collateral damage. Some politicians have also referred to torture as enhanced interrogation techniques and to lies as misstatements or technically inaccurate statements or even sometimes less than precise words. The term servicing the target sounds positive, but it actually means bombing and has so many ethical consequences, all of which are veiled when we name it servicing the target.
Additional examples include passing away instead of dying, ethnic cleansing instead of genocide, or pregnancy termination instead of abortion. Euphemisms such as exit strategy or a career change opportunity are widely favored over the bluntness of "you're fired" by employers. By using such euphemisms, employers seek to put the focus onto the minor upsides of being laid off rather than directly dealing with the reality that is firing their employee and putting them out of a job. In this way, employers try to meet the needs of both their employee and themselves in navigating this rather uncomfortable situation.
When can we expect euphemistic labeling to occur? Well, it is one of the obstacles that prevents a situation from being seen as ethical. It uses selective language to cognitively disguise the harmfulness of detrimental activities, avoiding negative connotations that would usually be associated. Since it involves the use of softening language to make behaviors seem less damaging, it hides the true meaning of an act. It can occur in a variety of settings such as business, politics, and sports. Today, we will be presenting a clip in which euphemistic labeling is being employed in a business setting. The clip is from the show Undercover Boss, where the employee was caught making disrespectful comments about the customer and is then fired as a consequence of his behavior.
Angry and I'm heartbroken and I'm disappointed. One of our values is love to serve.
Yes.
And you don't seem like you love to serve. Without the guests in there, we don't have a business and you don't have a paycheck and neither do I. So I don't know if this is the business for you.
Oh my God.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you home for the day. You might wanna think about whether this is really the right job choice for you. Your employer is Boston Market. You're a representative of that.
I should have respected them.
You should have respected them.
So does Neil know?
I'm gonna talk to him. So go home and Neil will follow up with you.
So that's it? That's all?
In the clip that we have just watched, an employee is being fired by their boss. The boss uses the phrase, "I don't know if this is the right business for you," followed by, "I'm going to send you home," as well as, "You might want to think about whether this is the right job choice for you," culminating with, "Go home, we will follow up with you." All of these are being used instead of directly stating you are fired. By sanitizing the language, the employer distracts from the emotional intensity of the reality. telling this hard fact in a soft and indirect way relieves pressure of the employer delivering the message and liberates her from feeling culpability.
So how can we prevent euphemistic labeling? People with low levels of empathy, a lack of moral identity, cynicism, and locus of control orientation were more inclined to moral disengagement and leading to an increased likelihood of unethical decision making. Given the devastating consequences for organizations that result when employees morally disengage and behave immorally without guilt, it is important to examine the factors that may prevent them from doing so. Moral disengagement behaviors are higher when turnover intention are higher, under conditions of primed attachment anxiety, low levels of moral identity, and when organizational identification and prevention focus is higher. Moreover, at a group level, moral disengagement is strongly associated in groups with a high power distance climate. Therefore, a lower power distance climate would be ideal.
Language has the important function of imparting information. However, it often carries biases and intentions of the speaker. In areas such as business and politics, euphemistic labeling can be used to mask the real meaning of words or sentences. Whether you believe that euphemisms are a valuable and useful part of our language, or that they are ambiguous and misleading, their prevalence in our contemporary society makes them an important part of discussion.